Hey, Victor here from Master Body Fitness. Today I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to shrink your waist, increase your muscle tone, and give you all-day energy. Okay, step 1, eat more protein. Now, I doubt it's the first time you've heard that, and for good reason. I'll tell you why you should eat more protein. Protein is food for your muscles, and many people right off the bat immediately will have connotations with increased muscle, and they assume that that means increased bulkiness and manliness and whatnot, and that's not the case. For one, females have a very challenging time gaining muscle compared to men because of the difference in their hormone levels. However, the lean and sexy women that you see that you might want to look like, they actually have a lot of muscle compared to you or compared to other regular people, even though they don't look bulky. So step 1 is, not step 1, that I don't want to be confusing, but abandon the idea that increasing your muscle mass is going to somehow make you unsightly and bulky and like manly looking, because it's not the case. What it will do is it will increase your lean muscle on your body. And now what does lean muscle do differently than fat mass? Well, it's metabolically active, and what that means is the mere existence of muscle on your body burns calories, whereas having fat on your body doesn't do anything. It just sits there like you would expect it to, not doing much of anything. So I want you to increase your protein. Now there's a lot of different sources you can choose from. Let's see, meats, fish, eggs, those are the best. Secondly, I would say dairy if you're not intolerant to it, which many people are. And also be aware that when you have, say, milk or something like that, there is protein, but there's even more fat, so you want to have that balanced out as well. Okay? So, step 2, you want to decrease your carbohydrate intake. Carbohydrates are your body's very first source of energy, meaning if there are carbs present in your body, and carbs turn into something called glycogen, and glycogen is stored in your muscles, and whenever you have a lot of glycogen available, your body will always use that as its first source of fuel. So what that means is if you're always eating carbs, then your body is never going to use your own body fat as its fuel, which is the whole key to burning body fat, to use it as fuel, to burn through it, literally. So you have to reduce your carbohydrates quite a bit. And I say quite a bit because I know most people who are watching this are probably overweight, and probably are overweight because they eat way too many carbohydrates. Now, again, I want to dispel some of the fears and connotations people have with low-carb diets, and oh, no carbs, what am I going to eat? There's nothing to eat if I can't have my carbs. Well, it's not true at all, okay? You can have carbs. I said reduce your carbs. So a very easy way to do this is to get all of your carbohydrates from fruit, a little bit of fruit, and vegetables. And then if you work out, you can have a small serving of starchy, complex, low glycemic carbohydrates, and some examples of that would be brown rice, quinoa, spelt, and so on. You know, real actual whole grain pastas, whole grain bread. However, be very careful with the whole grain bread, because most whole grain bread is a farce. It's just it just says whole grain bread, and really it's only 51% whole grain, 49% the other garbage. Okay? So you need to reduce your carbohydrates to rid your body of its stored up glycogen so that you can burn your own body fat as fuel. Combined with the increase in protein, it's a synergistic effect. You're increasing your lean muscle mass with the more protein. You're increasing your metabolism. So you're burning more calories anyway, and then as you decrease your carbohydrates, you start burning your own body fat. See? Step 3, as you might even already suspect, being that I'm a fitness trainer at Master Body Fitness in Rochester Hills, is exercise. Now, not just any exercise will do. Many people can do these 2 first steps, and then they want to just go run all the time. They want to become a marathon. They want to run a marathon, or they just bike all the time. Or they go to Planet Fitness and they sit on the treadmill or the bike for, 3 hours a week. It doesn't really do the trick. Yes, you'll burn more calories by doing all of those things, and it does have its place, definitely. However, if that's all you're doing you're not really maximizing the potential of the situation. You're already doing step 1 and 2, and those are highly effective. But if you want to put step 1 and 2 on steroids, just kidding, but literally, if you want to amplify the effectiveness dramatically of step 1 and 2, you need to do the right kind of exercise. And what I mean by that, it's a combination of resistance training, which means using your body to contract your muscles against a resistance, weights, sandbags, medicine balls, whatever. And that activates a certain muscle fiber type that will give you the hormonal state and muscle growth that is essential to really burning a lot of body fat and having that really like lean and sexy look. Okay? In addition to resistance training, you want to do high intensity interval training. Now what that is, it's short bursts of really intense activity. And when I say intense, I just mean the physiological response. I don't mean 30 seconds of climbing a mountain or doing parkour off the buildings in Chicago. No, I mean your body must feel it's intense. And for some people it might be one thing, and another person might just be walking as fast as they possibly can. That might be sufficient to get their heart rate up and to achieve that high level of intensity we're talking about. Now, you want to mix these high bursts of energy with very slow and relaxed periods of time. So an example would be to run as fast as you can for 30 seconds and then walk slowly for 30 to 50 seconds. And then repeat that like 10 times. And if you do the math, that's like what? I don't know, a little over 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. So you don't have to spend hours in the gym. You don't. Because what's going to happen when you do the resistance training, that's going to help increase your muscle mass and speed up your metabolism. And then when you combine that with the high intensity interval training, you're going to elevate your resting metabolic rate, which means you're going to burn more calories throughout the day after your workout for up to 2 days. So that's why at our gym we recommend 3 workouts per week, because each workout has the component of resistance training and high intensity interval training, giving you an elevated metabolic rate for almost the entire week. And it's only 3 30-minute workouts per week, and it does the job. When you combine it with step 1 and 2, you see? You can't just do one. You can't just go on a diet. You can't just exercise. You gotta really know what you're doing. You gotta put it all together in a holistic manner, okay? So if you guys are unable to do that on your own, please click the link below, contact me personally, and I will make sure you get started on one of our programs as soon as you're willing. Bye.